Welcome to Pima Pistol Club. Pima Pistol Club operates as a cold range. Loaded firearms are only permitted on active firing lines. Any loaded firearms outside active range bays or transported on range property are strictly prohibited. If you have entered the range with a loaded firearm and are not a law enforcement officer, please locate the nearest safety area, unload and case your firearm, and follow all range safety rules. There are a few basic policies at the club. For safety reasons, dogs and other pets are not allowed on the property of Pima Pistol Club. Prohibited range items include fully automatic firearms, 50 BMG or higher ammunition, bump fire stocks, binary triggers, or any other similar devices. It is required that all firearms be in a case when transporting from and to vehicles, when moving around the firing line, and when moving anywhere except the firing line or approved safe areas. Orient your muzzle to point at the primary impact berm before removing your firearm from the case. Never handle any firearm in a way where the muzzle covers any point behind the firing line. The comfort and safety of all range guests is your responsibility. You are expected to adhere to the basic rules of safe firearm handling. The firearm is always considered loaded. Always keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Keep your finger off the trigger and outside the trigger guard until your sights are on the target. Always be sure of your target and what's behind it. Eye and ear protection on range bays are mandatory. Range safety officers have the final say regarding range safety, club rules, and procedures. Immediately report any unsafe conditions or emergencies to a range safety officer. Proper line procedure. When you are cleared to move to your range, determine the range status. If there are guests using the firing line, if there are no audible signals, and if there are no flashing lights, the range condition is hot. If guests are behind the yellow line and/or on the range, if there are audible signals, and if there are flashing lights, the range condition is cold. If the line is cold, do not approach the bench. Wait until the line is hot. During a hot range condition, you may set up, safely handle firearms at the bench, or fire on approved targets. During a cold range condition, you may attend to targets or remain behind the yellow line. When moving to a cold range condition, all firearms must be unloaded. All magazines must be removed. Slides, bolts, or actions must be locked back. Chamber flags must be inserted. Everyone must be behind the yellow line. When these conditions are met, the signal switch to engage the siren and lights can be turned on, indicating that it is clear to go downrange. When moving to a hot range condition, everyone must be clear of the downrange area. Everyone must be behind the yellow line. Range safe status must be ensured. When these conditions are met, the signal switch can be turned off, indicating that the range has returned to a hot condition. Guests who fail to understand or adhere to all firing line policies will be asked to leave the range. When your range session is complete, visually and physically inspect all firearms to confirm unloaded status. When dropping the hammer, Point the firearm muzzle directly at the primary impact berm, not in the air or at the ground. Recase all firearms and return them to your vehicle only during a hot range. Pick up your brass and remember to check out at the range office.